So we're going to start off with the triple choc recipe. The first ingredient you're going to need is 200 grams of butter, 200 grams of dark chocolate baking melts, half a cup of sugar, 3 eggs lightly beaten, 2 cups of self-raising flour, half a cup of dairy baking melts, and I forgot to get a photo of this one, but half a cup of white chocolate, 4 ounces of crushed or chopped nuts. Now you can use pecans or you can use hazelnut or peanuts are the ones that seem to go well with chocolate. I have hazelnut. And last but not least, 2 cups of cornflakes, and as you can see I am using Kellogg's, but whatever brand will do. So first of all, melt your butter, your dark chocolate baking melts and your sugar in a pot over a very low heat. Now you don't want it too high, especially when the butter's in there, because it'll burn very easily. So keep it on low to medium and wait until all your butter and sugar and chocolate is completely melted. Now put your hot chocolate mixture into a bowl and put it to the side and leave it to cool for at least 10 minutes. After 10 minutes of cooling down, stir in your lightly beaten eggs, add and thoroughly mix in your flour, so now you're going to add your solid ingredients to the dough, your dark chocolate baking melts, your dairy chocolate baking melts and your white chocolate, and then you're going to add your hazelnut or whatever nut crushed up you decide to choose, and you're going to mix it all through. Now I forgot to mention that the 200 grams of dark baking melts that you are going to be using at the beginning is for the dough, so you need another half a cup dark chocolate melts to add in here along with your dairy and your white chocolate, so that it's got all 3 chocolate chunks in the brownies. And also the white chocolate I used, as you will be able to tell, was not a cooking melt. I prefer Cadbury Dream for my baking needs. I don't know why, I just prefer that brand of white chocolate when I am baking with it, but obviously choose whatever brand you want, it really doesn't matter, that's just my choice. And now you're just gonna mix it all together. Now as you can see, it's a really chunky blocky mix. It is moist enough to blend all together eventually, but it takes a while because you've literally only just got enough moisture in there for it to all stick together. It's a very blocky, chunky, nutty ChocaBloc mixture. And now the fun's not over yet, you have to add your cornflakes. So you're going to stick them in there and you have to mix that in as well. So this is what the finished dough is going to look like. As you can see, it's absolutely jam-packed in there. So now you're going to line your baking tray with grease-proof paper just to make sure that the brownies don't stick. And then you're literally just going to pour your mixture all into the pan. It's very clumpy and it gets a little bit dry, but once you have it in the pan, just pack it down as tightly as you can. And as you can see, once it's all in there, it all sticks together nicely. Just make sure you push it down and push it together really tightly. So now I'm going to show you how to make the white chocolate and berry brownie. Now obviously there's only a few things that you change in here, it's almost the exact same procedure. The thing with this one is it's not as chunky or ChocaBloc as the other one, because there's not 3 different kinds of chocolates including nuts and everything else. It's literally just the white chocolate, and the berries that you stick in obviously have moisture in them as well, so the dough is a lot wetter and a lot easier to work with and mix and stuff. So this one won't be as difficult to make, but they're both equally as delicious as each other. Obviously again, you're going to add your sugar, same as before. And this time add in with your butter and sugar 200 grams of white chocolate. Now you melt your white chocolate, you add your flour, so it's a nice little white chocolate dough there, and now you're going to add in some vanilla bean. And well, you don't necessarily need too much vanilla flavor because it's going to have enough as it is. This is just to add a little bit extra into it, so it's up to you how much you want to put in. As you can see, I just ground up a little bit and sprinkled it through and then mixed it in. Then go ahead and add in your cornies, same as before, and mix it in. Mix in your cornies really thoroughly, and then pretty soon you're going to want to add your berries. Now, as I said, if you just want to do chopped strawberries, you can. If you want to do chopped raspberries, that's also really good. If you want to do both, do a little bit of both. I've got about maybe 1/4 of a cup of chopped strawberries there. If you wanted to do 1/4 of a cup of chopped strawberries and then 1/4 of a cup of raspberry, that would work as well. And then once you've added in whatever berries you want, mix it all together. So you don't have to do this, but I added in some pinkish reddish food colouring, and the reason for that was just to give it more of a strawberry fruity brownie look, and it just looks brighter and prettier as well. So but you don't have to, they'll just look a little bit paler than my brownies do in the finished pictures. So then, just the same as the triple choc brownie, you're just going to spread it in a pan that is covered by grease-proof baking paper, and you're going to pat it out exactly the same way. As you can see already, the mixture is a lot more moist than the triple choc brownie mixture is. When your mixture is all prepared and ready to be baked, stick it into your preheated oven of 180 degrees Celsius and cook for roughly 30 minutes or until firm to the touch. And here they are, fresh out of the oven and cut into pieces. Make sure you allow them to cool in the pan before taking them out, otherwise they're likely to break to pieces. These were, as I said, delicious and loved by everybody, so please give them a try. I think you'll love them.